Former Texas Congressman Beto O'Rourke came to true national prominence this last year in a U.S. Senate race where he mounted a strong challenge to incumbent Ted Cruz. Well, he is now seeking the Democratic presidential nomination, and he was campaigning in Sioux City this afternoon, and I was able to spend a little bit of time with him.
Good to see you. Good to be with you.
Beto O'Rourke was met by a crowd approaching 200 people at Morningside College in Sioux City, just one of several stops the Texas Democrat is making as he crisscrosses Iowa heading into the weekend.
We have never been as divided or as polarized or as riven by partisanship as we are in this moment, at least not in my lifetime.
Hours earlier, I sat down with O'Rourke for a face-to-face interview where I asked him, given the country's deep political divisions, how will that shape the campaign he wages to win the Iowa caucus?
We've got to be able to see ourselves in one another, and that involves showing up, knocking on doors, holding town hall meetings, answering questions, being held accountable by those whom you wish to serve. That's the way that I've always served or campaigned. That's the way that I'm campaigning right now across this state.
We also talked about another one of his campaign strategies, winning the vote of young adults, college students like the ones he spoke to tonight. That voting bloc has been crucial in recent Iowa caucuses. In 2016, it bolstered Bernie Sanders. And in 2008, those voters gave Barack Obama the first major win of his presidential campaign.
It's very often the very youngest people in college, community college, high school even, who are leading the charge right now. And that really is how it has always been in this country. You know, those who are willing to sacrifice their lives and did in World War II or in Vietnam, who have their lives on the line right now, 18, 19, 20-year-olds, should be no surprise that the ones leading on the most important policy challenges.
Iowa caucus voters are a skeptical bunch. Beto O'Rourke knows he has his work cut out for him. Like any other candidate, he will win voters or lose voters one at a time. O'Rourke also talked about the recent flooding in Iowa and Nebraska and says the Army Corps of Engineers has some explaining to do about why those waters rose so high and so fast.